Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be working in my traveler's notebook. I have a picture of my husband and I. It was our anniversary last month, and I definitely wanted to create a layout, just kind of to show how much this guy means to me. I really appreciate him, and I feel like 17 years just flew by so fast. I decided on this kind of pale blue paper, and I will use that floral paper. I cut the corners of that paper because I thought I'm just going to add the corners to my page, but then felt like I cut them way too large, so you will see me later on cutting those down. I'm also going to be using this Heidi Swap die cut. I do believe it is a Heidi Swap. I will add all the supplies down below, but I really love the phrase, "You are my happy," because he truly is my happy, and he gave me two of my favorite things in the world, my kids, so I thought I'm using this phrase. I will back up my picture with some Studio Calico paper, and I love that paper. It works really well with my phrase. And I'm going to cut out some flowers from some Amy Tan paper. And I'm just going to start going through my embellishments and trying to figure out how I will be layering my picture. You will see me, I will grab some tags. I really love these tags and I want to use it, but there's a lot going on the page, so I decide against it. And I will go ahead and grab my trimmer and cut those corners a little bit shorter. So I like how this doily looks, so I'm going to cut it down and add it to my page. Now, I've been promising myself lately to use up more of my stash, my scraps, and my embellishments. So once I stick my flowers down, I go through my little embellishment drawers, and I end up using some old embellishments that I got in my Studio Calico kit. So I had some acetates that I got a while back, and I was so proud of myself that I actually used them on my layout. This is a good way to kind of challenge yourself to use up things. Now, I would have never thought I would use that circle on this layout, but it worked out really well, and I got to use it. And I'll also use this little tab that I've had for a while in one of my Felicity Jane kits, so I'm really proud of myself. So while I was going through my embellishments, I find a phrase that I like and will be adding it to the tab. And I will also find a different phrase that I really thought I wanted to use on the layout. And I choose to use it like in between my little die cut that says "You are my happy." Even though it's like a navy blue, but I thought it brought some really cool contrast to the page. So I decide to use it. I will cut that die cut and figure out a way to add it to my layout. So if you guys have been following my channel for a while, you know I don't own a lot of punches. I probably have like 3, but this is my favorite punch. I love this punch so much. I love the butterflies and I use them often. So I decide to punch out these butterflies with the same pattern paper that I used as a background for my picture. I'm gonna scatter them around, and then I'm gonna grab my crystal drops and add some drops here and there. So at this point, I think I'm done with my layout, but then remembered I did not use a certain stamp that I wanted to use, and it was one of these feature craft stamps that says day in and day out. So I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna grab it and go ahead and stamp it out. So I wanted to stamp it on my picture, so I'll only ink up half of the phrase and stamp it down because it won't fit if I use the whole thing, and then stamp the other half and stamp it under. Once I'm done with that, I see another stamp that says love surrounds me, and I'm like, oh, I want to use that one too. So I grab it and I stamp it on the corners of my page. I really like how it turned out because love does surround me when I'm with my hubby. But once I finish up stamping, I noticed that I got my layout dirty, and it's a little spot right above that butterfly, and it just ticks me off. So I just go through my embellishments, I find something I like, I add it, and I go for it. Now here's the problem. Once I picked that up, my stamp set was stuck to the bottom and hit the crystal drops, so it smushed my crystal drops. That's why you wait till the end to add your crystal drops. It's okay, I cleaned it up, I redid it, and everything was good, and I'm done with my layout. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.